C7, and then he goes to an F, drop a finger to make it an F minor, C. Seeing them in this state I'm in, how could she say to me, love will find a way? Gather round all ya meerkat clowns, let me hear you say, hey, hey. For hours and play for 11 people, so namaste. And 1,000 blessings upon each and every one of you, and thanks for coming in. I said I was going to play a silly Johnny Cash song. This is a silly song about a murderer who smashes somebody's head in and then is about to be hung, and he's standing on the gallows talking to the crowd. Sounds hilarious, right? It actually is, I think. My name it is Sam Hall, it is Sam Hall. My name it is Sam Hall, it is Sam Hall. My name it is Sam Hall, and I hate you one and all. Hate you one and all, damn your eyes. Well, I killed a man, they said, well, so they said. Killed a man, they said, well, so they said. I killed a man, they said, I just bashed in his head, and I left him laying dead. Damn his eyes. So a hanging I must go, well I must go. A hanging I must go, well I must go. A swinging I must go, while you critters down below yell out, Sam, I told you so. Well, damn your eyes. While since I played that thing. I seen Molly in the crowd, she was in the crowd. I seen Molly in the crowd, she was in the crowd. I seen Molly in the crowd, and so I hollered right out loud, and I said, now Molly, ain't you proud? Damn your eyes. Well, the sheriff he came to, he came to. The sheriff he came to, well he came to. Well, the sheriff he came to, and he said, Sam, how are you? And I said, well, Sheriff, how the hell are you? Damn your eyes. Well, my name it is Sam Hall, it is Sam Hall. My name it is Sam Hall, it is Sam Hall. Well, my name it is Sam Hall, and I hate you one and all. I hate you one and all, damn your eyes. Well, my name is Samuel, it is Samuel. My name is Samuel, dear Samuel. My name is Samuel, and I'll see you all in hell. I'll see you all in hell, damn your eyes. Wow, I messed that one up too. Let me just try that one part again. I just want to try playing this, so bear with me as I try to remember. Okay, I shall now try it again up to speed, and thanks for being patient with me. Closer. Okay, enough trifling with that silliness, and we have a couple of new peoples. Welcome, new peoples. Thank you for coming in. Oh, am I gonna have to refresh? So last time I did this, my first Miracast, I did it in the living room, and I noticed two problems because somebody did, what's that thing called, cast something. Anyway, they sent me this thing with a hashtag, said click here and this will get posted on YouTube. So I clicked there and it got posted on YouTube. And I watched it, and the first thing I noticed was it went about 3.5 hours. This is not going to go 3.5 hours. And then the second thing I noticed was it was really dimly lit, and I couldn't see what the hell I was doing. And I was going, well, people were probably sitting out there going, I can't see anything. Which, you know, in some cases might be good. But if you were trying to watch what I was doing with the guitar, that would be bad. So I decided to fix those two things. And then the third thing was everybody's tweeting and putting little things on the screen here, and I have old eyes and can only see when I go like this. And that does two things. One, it makes me look really creepy and scary and weird. And two, catch, that's it. Thank you, Mommy. Mommy's helping me. Mommy's pitching in. God bless her. And two, it makes me have to lean forward like that. And I don't know where I was going with that. But long story short, I decided what I do is sit up upstairs where I can pull up a web browser. Now, I think I will have to do is F5 the web browser every now and then to catch up. F5 is the refresh key for those of you who did not know. Cool. All right, so we do have a couple people. Oh, Boise Vapors. I remember that person from the other night. I hope that person comes back in. They were cool. And yes, I vape. Well, you know what's funny about that, Esther? Were you, Mommy Joy? I don't remember. Thank you for coming back. How sweet of you. Esther Pintero? What's funny is, you know, I was actually very early adopter of internets. As a matter of fact, when I first got on the internet, the World Wide Web really wasn't anything. It was one of several protocols that you used to connect to different computers. There was the ARPANET, there was, well, that's actually a network, not a protocol. Okay, there was Gopher, there was Telnet, there was, gosh, I don't even remember, several different protocols that you used, and HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, was just one of them. And I actually learned hypertext markup language, or HTML, using Notepad, and built my first website in 1995 for the NBC affiliate here in Tulsa. So I've actually been around computers and stuff and social media and stuff, but you're right, I'm just beginning to figure out the Meerkat thingy. I gotta say, I really dig it. It's really cool. And my only fervent desire, two fervent desires, if there's anybody with any pull with the Meerkat people. One, yes, BBSs. Yes, ma'am. Do you have macaws? Those are the coolest and loudest damn birds. Yes, I remember Prodigy, CompuServe, AOL was an early one. Remember when, gosh, remember Netscape? Remember when you used to have to code for, yeah, I remember BBS. I was on a lot of BBSs. That was even before Prodigy. That was a peer-to-peer. You connected. I'm old like you, but enjoying Meerkat. One favorite streamer, Ray Brown. All right, I will look up Ray Brown. Well, thank you, Esther, for reminding me of my advanced age. I'm teasing, honey. Trust me, I look in the mirror every day. When you get to be about 50, have you noticed you look in the mirror and you go, who's that? Oh, yeah. Because in my head, in my dreams, I'm still in like my 20s. And living the dream, baby. All right, so ask a black man anything? That's got to be funny. I should do ask a white man anything. Because, you know, and you guys are free to ask me anything. I will be forthright with you, right up to the point where, you know, I would potentially lose my job. Other than that, pretty much anything. So anything beyond the statute of limitations, you can ask about that. And I will answer. I shall be forthright and forthcoming. All right, since we're kind of in a silly mood right now, I want to play and a couple of you who were here the other night have heard this before, but this is my favorite breakup song. Because it's not a sad, mournful. I will play Gordon Lightfoot. All right, I'll tell you what. Since you are kind enough to come back again, did you? And I know this is kind of slow. I know that you type and you hit send and it takes a few seconds to filter, so I'll ask you. Were you on the other night when I played if you could read my mind, love. I don't know why it's slow. I think it's slow because Meerkat is not built into the Twitter infrastructure where Periscope is. Periscope belongs to Twitter. They can do anything they want. Yeah, oh, that's what I was going to rant about. Meerkat needs a couple things. They need to be able to turn the camera sideways and still be able to read what people are, and I don't think that works, right? If I do this, I can turn the camera sideways, then you all have to turn your phone sideways, and then nobody can read or tell what the hell is going on. Okay, now I got to reset the camera up. That was probably kind of dumb. All right, so the other thing is, I really, really wish that I could have picture-in-picture or some faster way to chat with you guys. I'm a fast talker and a fast listener, if that makes any sense. Can you be a fast listener? If there's such a thing, I am that thing. And I'm going to try to wedge this so you guys get... I just hate the amount of headroom. No, that won't work. Well, you're stuck with it. Deal. I was talking to myself, by the way. Okay, I will play that song for you, Mommy, because you're an angel. I can just tell. I can feel the vibes. This is a finger-picking song, and I haven't been doing any finger-picking yet. Did I mention that this finger's messed up? But I don't think... Finger-picking is really more about the right hand than the left hand. So, I think I did this the other night for you guys. I have to remember the pattern. Whoa, hello. That was awesome. You guys got to go flying. Cool. Can you tell that I've just got this precariously balanced? That might work. All right, let's try that again. Deal with sideways for a minute. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. It's like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me. I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. It's like a paperback novel, the kind that the drugstore sells. When you reach the part where the hurting starts, then the hero would be me. But heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take. I walk away like a movie star who got burned in a three-way script. Enter number 2, a movie queen to play the scene of bringing all the good things out of me. But for now, love, let's be real. Never thought I could act this way, and I got to say that I just don't get it. Don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. It's like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. But stories always end. If you read between the lines, you'd find that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that you lack. Never thought I could feel this way, and I got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. Mommy, I'm sorry I screwed up your song. Here's the deal. For those of you who are interested in doing the guitar thing, you're going to find that being a solo guitarist is difficult for a couple of reasons, but the main reason is, and I'm not talking about the being out there all by yourself, naked to the world part, because I think most folks would have trouble getting past that part. The part that's hard for me is you have to both do the music and sing the words. And one of the other of those things has to be pretty much automatic, because if you start thinking about, what was that next verse again? Your fingers go. And if you start thinking about, what was that chord again? The head goes. In that particular song, I've got the lyrics pretty well memorized. I've been known to screw them up. I screw everything up. Thank you, Joints. But that first part, is an F chord that's just really bizarre. And my brain always wants to go from a G to a C, because probably 80% of the time in music, that's what happens. So, well, now, Matt, I don't know if that's true, and I'll tell you why. I've done this on Periscope. I've done it several times, and I would get 4 or 5 viewers, and then they would all leave, and that would be that. Here, people come and go, but, you know, few people stay. Oh, sweetie, I hope it was happy tears. I hope it was tears of joy, and not tears of rage and frustration at the fact that I mangled your favorite song. I'll tell you what, Matt. When we get done with this, if I still got time, I'll do a Periscope, and we'll see what we can do. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I just, you know, I can play for myself anytime. I can play with myself anytime. Let's not lose the PG-13 rating. But I would much rather be talking to cool people and talking about things that interest me, like spirituality and music. Those are really the things. Gosh, Cougar! I remember you, honey. Cougar from Vermont, right? And Daewoo. Yay! See, and this is the other thing, is when you, after, you know, this is my second Miracast. I think we decided that's the word. And wait, I'm going to refresh this thing here real quick. At least I decided that was the word. Nobody really kind of corrected me on that. So I'm going with Miracast. Esther Pintero, going with Miracast, honey. Well, and that's the thing. People found me here. Now, it may be because on my first Miracast, I went for like a ridiculous amount of time, like 3.5 or 4 hours. And by the end of that 3.5 or 4 hours, I had a decent number of people in the room. And I was actually shocked and almost in tears by the end of it, because I was like, wow, there's actually people out there who don't mind listening to me rant and, you know, sing. So I was very happy about that. And I was trying to think of songs that you guys haven't heard yet. And the problem with my song catalog in my brain is that it'll throw up a couple titles at a time, and there's a lot that's buried in the cobwebs there. But I thought of this song because it's very, very old. It was originally written for Meerkat. But if you transpose the T and the S, you've got Meerkat. That makes sense to me. So you Meerkat on Meerkat, right? Desperado in your head? The Eagles Desperado? I'll bet you I could look up the chords and play that one. Meerkat. Okay. Thank you, Esther, for taking the time to help me with that. You're very sweet. Desperado. You know what? I should look that one up and play it for you. But let me do this first. Well, I'm still thinking of it because I've been wanting to do this, and since some of you are here from the first one, this is one that you didn't hear before. It is a song from a play, a musical called Porgy and Bess from like the 20s, 30s. It's all rather racist, really, if I remember right. But anyway, there's this one really cool song that in the show was originally played in cut time, and it was just kind of a and when I hear it sampled on like rap songs, and sometimes you'll hear references to it. Oh, Desperado, the Alice Cooper song. Oh, well, that's right. Were you the one who Killer was your second album? I think you were. One of the best albums, one of the top 10 albums of all time in history. All due respect to all those other bands out there. All right, anyway, I don't play this in the chords that you find on the music sheets. I play it the way I hear it in my head. It's a really simple arrangement, and it's all like all minor chords, except for right at the very end when he goes. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, see them, buddy, and the cotton is high. Your dad is rich, and your mama, she's good looking. So hush, pretty baby, now, 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 ah, don't you cry. I make it up as I go. One of these days, oh, you know you're gonna rise up singing. I know you will. Oh, you're gonna spread your wings and take to but until that morning, yeah, there rise up singing. Yeah, you're gonna spread your wings and take to the sky. Hi, honey. But until that morning, yeah, there ain't nothing that can hurt you, child. Not with mommy and daddy, yeah, standing by. Yeah, not with mammy and pappy standing by. Oh God, I slaughtered that song. But you know, I just love it. And I know a singer. Her name is Sarah. Actually, she's coming over to play with me a little bit tomorrow. And she and her husband, who is a hand drummer. Little melody rhythm there for you. Turn the camera too. Macaw lady, thank you for inviting your hubby. And hubby, thanks for doing what your wife told you to do, which is, of course, the secret to marriage. How do I know that? Well, I've been married for 25 years. And I believe in one wedding. That's at least for me. I'm not talking about, I don't care if people get divorced or do whatever. That's cool. That's karmically maybe questionable for them. Depends on what was going on. Totally get it. Don't care. It's up to them. But for me, it'll just be the one. And if she ever boots my ass to the curb, that's the brakes, I reckon. So, what else? There's other songs I wanted to do for you guys that I didn't do the other night. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to do one that I did do for you the other night. Just because it seems like every time I play this song, somebody goes, "Oh, you played that song. That song." I actually was, here in Tulsa, we have a thing called the Blue Dome Arts Festival. It's all local artists, local musicians, local craftsmen and artisans, and they shut down a bunch of streets downtown, put up a stage, erect all these booths, and just have a freaking party. It happens once a year. Blue Dome Art Festival on one end of downtown, Mayfest on the other end of downtown, and then local pop group Hanson does a thing called the Hop Jam, and it all happens on the same weekend. It's crazy cool. I MC the Blue Dome Festival, and so in between acts, while they were trying to get the stage clear, they had me come out and just play some songs. Played this song. Ha! That's funny. Cougar. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Anyway, I played this song, and it's one of the few times somebody came back behind stage after I got off and said, "That song, you played that song." So I like to play it, and it's kind of easy, and yet hauntingly beautiful. Water, I saw the ocean's daughter walking on the waves. She came staring as she called my name, and I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. My whole world is gone for dead. I can't get it out of my till night, searching for a silver light. And I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. My whole world is gone for dead, and I can't get it out of my head. Oh. In the city, Robin Hood and William Tell, Navajo and Lancelot. Hey, well, they don't pity me. Sitting till the sun goes down. In dreams, the world keeps spinning around and around, but I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. No, my whole world is gone for dead, and I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. I just can't get it out of my head. Now my whole world is gone for dead, and I can't get it out of my head. Oh no, no, no. Sorry, I choked myself up on that one. You know how some songs just put you in another time and place for a couple minutes, and that one does that to me sometimes. So I'm now going to move on to a nice silly breakup song I was telling you about, because it will be much less emotional for me, and I'll be able to recover. So this is, and if you were around last time, you may have seen me play this. But again, breakup songs sometimes are very sad and lonely and mournful, and every now and then there's one that's a little pissed off and bitingly sarcastic, and that's what this one is. And it was done by a four-man quartet, I guess they call that. A quartet's a vocal quartet in, gosh, this song is from the early mid-'60s. And they sang it so beautifully. I may have, a little of the sarcasm may have been lost on people, but I dig it. Very, very tough intro. I've been hearing you're concerned about my happiness, and all these thoughts you're giving me just conscience, I guess. If I was walking in your shoes, I wouldn't worry none. You and your friends are worried about me. I'm having lots of fun. Captain, if I was on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire alone with the deck of 51, smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. Some of you are going to have to explain to the younger people who Captain Kangaroo was. Last night I put on tails, pretending I was on the town. As long as I can dream, it's hard to slow this swinger down. So please don't give a thought to me, really doing fine. You will always find me here, and I haven't quite a time, counting flowers on the wall. That don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire alone with the deck of 51, smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now tell me I've nothing to do. Well, it's good to see you, I must go. I know I look a fright. Anyway, my eyes are not accustomed to this light, and my shoes are not accustomed to this hard concrete. So I must go back to my room and make my day complete. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire dawn with the deck of 51, smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Don't tell me I've nothing to do. Don't tell me I've nothing to do. Big finish. By the way, shout out to RJ St. Louis. You never told me if the STL meant St. Louis. RJ, excuse my sniffing. I'm going to assume it did. Thank you, Joint Specialist. Joint Specialist, do you have access to cure things that can cure arthritis? I have a feeling I have arthritis in one finger. Can that even happen? And I guess it would be ironic that it wouldn't be, you know, a different finger. Read between the lines. Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Green Jeans were both before Sesame Street, right? And who was the other very famous morning cartoon clown? Dun, 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 dun. You can still get called this in a bar if you anger somebody. Dun, 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 dun. That's right, Bozo. I grew up in Bozeman, Montana. We used to call it the Bozone. Okay, so your message here just showed up on my Twitter feed there. Like there's a lag when you type, and then there's another lag for it to get to there. Craziness. I'm glad you're having fun, No Code. I'm having fun. CBD extract, actually, the external is legal in Oklahoma? You sure about that? Are you from Oklahoma? Because, you know, we're pretty damn backwards here. Almost Luddite-like in our political leanings in Oklahoma. I say we as an Oklahoman. My leanings are not quite that. Okay. We're not going to talk about politics. I'd rather talk about karma. Although it all comes around, doesn't it? Oh, doesn't it? I know that the governor, if you don't know, I'm a reporter by trade. The governor recently signed a bill that will allow them to use a certain form of CBD to treat children that have epileptic seizures, a couple of specific diseases, and it was very specific about what dosages could be used on what particular CBD. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about here, cannabidiol, CBD, is the other active ingredient in marijuana. It's the non-psychoactive ingredient in marijuana. THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, is the stuff that gets you happy and gives you the munchies. And CBD has analgesic effects. In other words, it's a painkiller. And, you know, I will go on the record with this, my friends, and they can fire me if they want to. I don't think they will. Marijuana, it should absolutely be legal in this country. It is so freaking ridiculous that umpteen million people die every year from alcohol poisoning, drunk driving, alcoholism, cirrhosis of the liver, kidney. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And the number of people who've died because of a clinical massive overdose of tetrahydrocannabinol remains in the world of history 0. Because there's no known lethal dose of THC. And I don't give a damn what anybody says about college kid smoked a joint and jumped off a building. Crap.
college kid smokes a joint, he's most likely got his butt planted on the couch waiting for another Twinkie. So just saying, you know, should people be driving when they're stoned? No. No. Should people be allowed to get stoned in their house? Hell yeah. What's wrong with this country? Why has the alcohol lobby been able to make marijuana illegal and keep it illegal now for what, 80 years? It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It angers me. And if you ask me if I smoke marijuana, I'm going to go back to that statute of limitations things that we were talking about earlier. Those of you who aren't here, I will answer questions about anything and everything as long as the activities involved do not fall under the statute of limitations. Okay. Now that that's cleared up. Trying to think of a song I want to play for you guys. What shall I do? What shall I do? You know what? I'm going to do a little more finger picking. And thanks for the. I will look into the topical CBD joints. I will, because that could be very helpful for me. But I'm going to try another finger picking song, which I will probably mess this up. So bear with me. If you're interested in learning finger picking, there's a style called Travis picking, and this is kind of probably the most famous example of it in recording history that I could think of, even though Travis didn't write it. Hear all the mistakes, good Lord. I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity, dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground, though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Just play it in your heads. So don't hang on. Nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away. All your money won't another minute buy. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind. In case you couldn't hum it. Come on, you can do better than that. thank you, Joints. Oh, sweetie. Are you waiting to have surgery, or are you waiting for somebody who's having surgery? I will send good vibrations to you in either case, because either way is not fun. I will... Oh, good. Good. Outstanding. Good to hear. I have spent a lot of time in hospitals, and the funny thing about that is I've never been admitted to a hospital in my life. But hospitals hold some grim memories for me. I don't like the smell of them. I don't like the feel of them. But wow, don't you gotta respect the people that can do those jobs? I sure do. They're amazing. Boise Vapors, I'm glad you came back, my friend. I recall you being in, well, you know, just kind of doing what I was doing last time. I reckon it worked, so I figured I'd try that again. Why change it, right? Plus, it's what I do. I do it for friends. I do it for my cats. They appear to be pretty apathetic about it, but since they're pretty apathetic about everything, it's kind of hard to tell with cats. Now, my dog, who's laying down there, Sundance, he's used to it too, and he's able to sleep through it quite successfully, I might add. Let's pick up the pace just a hair. Let's do a Beatles number. I like this song. Let's hope I don't mess it up, because I tend to mess up the lyrics on this one for reasons that surpass understanding. I don't know why, but I do. Last night I said these words to my girl. I told you I'd never even try, girl. Come on, come on, come on, please please me, oh yeah, like I please you. I don't need you show the way, girl. So I always have to say, girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on, please please me, oh yeah, like I please you. I don't mean to sound complaining, but it seems it's always been my life. Doesn't all the pleasing with you, it's so hard to reason with you. Oh yeah, do you make me blue? Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even try, girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, please please me, oh yeah, I please you, oh yeah, I please you, oh yeah, I please you. And you know, I think that was a perfect case of self-fulfilling prophecy. I talked myself into screwing up the lyrics, and then I did it. Huh? We do that to ourselves a lot, I think. Sonny Buns, what you doing, buddy? ¿Qué pasó, Torito? What are you doing? Do you want to say hello to the nice peoples? Sonny would like to say hello. Please stand by. He has made his desires known to me. And so this is Sundance. Hope you can see him. Say hi, Sonny boy. Say hi. Give a kiss. Thank you. Thank you. 3 kisses is good. Thank you. Thank you very much. So anyway, that's Sundance. People always ask me, what is he? He's a dog. What kind of dog? Yellow dog. And that's really kind of all I know about Sundance. He and his brother were found wandering in the neighborhood years ago. This is like 12 years ago, in the dead of winter, and my wife and I could not abide that. And one night she called me from her dance studio. She was teaching belly dance, and she said, "You've got to bring those dogs in." And I was like, "They're already in the garage. We have dogs, honey." So, good times. His brother got cancer in the shoulder about a year and a half ago. And mind you, Butch and Sundance were inseparable. And we had to have Butchie put down. And Sonny, we were really concerned about him, but he's hung in there. He's bounced back. So, yay, Sundance. Where are my cats? My cats are all over the house. You have any felines up here? See, they're not up here because he's up here. He leaves the cats completely alone because he knows they're members of our pack. They, on the other hand, view him something like Switzerland probably looked at Germany in 1939, like, I don't think they're coming this way, but let's just keep a really close eye on this situation, you know? I hope there's no Germans or Swiss people that were offended by that historical allegory. All right, silliness. Let's think of another song we can play for you guys. I know so many. I would like to do, let's see, sometimes if I just play, oh sure, why not? Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream when I want you in my arms when I need you, and all your charms whenever I need you. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream when I feel blue in the night. I need you to hold me tight whenever I need you. All I have to do is dream of you. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, not all day. The only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life. I could die, I need you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream of you. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. The only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. Oh, I love you so, and I could die. I need you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. Thank you for not being offended, my German friend. I actually know way more about World War II history than is probably healthy. I've had many chances to interview World War II veterans, and even the ones who never got even close to combat have fascinating stories. I know obscure things like the 4 Japanese carriers that were engaged and sunk in the Battle of Midway in 1942, and I mean, just, you know, I just loved that stuff when I was a kid. I just ate it up. I read everything I could get my hands on World War II. And I will tell you, the first time I heard Glenn Miller music, I knew that music. My dad had an album that he played, and either he played it when I was in the womb or something, but I knew that music. I knew String of Pearls, I knew In the Mood, I knew Girl from Kalamazoo, Tuxedo Junction. I knew all of it. See, I used to be able to... Okay, let me try this. Anyway, I knew all that stuff, and I don't know if I'm reincarnated from World War II, but yeah, actually I played a couple earlier, but no, they shouldn't be, Boise, but I'll tell you the God's honest truth, man. A lot of them are homeless by choice. I know people don't like to hear that, but if you go down and talk to some of those guys, they will tell you. I'm here because I can't live in a building. I can't live around people. I need to be out here. Not all of them. Probably not even the majority of them, but a chunk of them. More than people think. I did actually play some Johnny Cash earlier. Do I have any more Johnny Cash songs? I played the 3 Johnny Cash songs I think I know. So I feel bad for you. But honestly, if you'll hang around for a while, I might play them again in a little bit. I hate to be redundant for the nice people that have been here and patiently listening that already sat through those 3 songs. So I'm gonna be circumspect about that. Let's see, what else would be fun? I'm feeling like I need to go get my little tablet that has my list of all the damn songs on it. Actually, here's one I'll play for you guys. I have a friend who goes by the nickname Mongo. And if you saw Mongo, well, picture fairly sizable young man, mid-30s, bright red hair down to about here, bright red beard down to about here, but forked and braided, and a bandana, leather gauntlets. You're kind of getting a picture of Mongo, one of the kindest, sweetest individuals you'll ever meet in your life. Just, you know, don't piss him off. Dear friend of mine, and he requested that I play this song for him, and it's a song by I think it's a German group. Maybe our friend No Code will know. They're called Man of War. There's something Central European, German, Swiss, Swedish, I don't know. Anyway, Northern European, I guess. Man of War. And they've got this song, it's their ballad. It's called Heart of Steel. And it's like Mongo's theme song. And he's like, would you play Heart of Steel? Matt, I'd have to cheat to do a U2 song, but I may do that. Bear with me. So I want to play this one for you. It's a little complicated chord-wise, but not too bad. Build a fire 1,000 miles away to light my long way home. I ride a comet, its trail is long to stay. Silence is a heavy stone. I fight the world, I take all they can. There are times my head hangs low, born to walk against the wind, born to hear my name. No matter where I stand, I'm alone. Stand and fight, saved by your heart, always one more try. I'm not afraid to die. Stand and fight, say what you feel, born with a heart of the bridge behind you, leave no retreat. It's only one way home. Those who laugh and crowd the path cut each other's throats, fall like melting snow. They'll see us rise with fire in our eyes. They'll bow their heads, their hearts will hang low. And we shall laugh and they shall kneel and know this heart of steel was too hard to break, too hard to hold. Stand and fight, live by your heart, always one more try. I'm not afraid to die. Stand and fight, say what you feel, born with a heart of steel, born with a heart of steel. Stand and fight, live by your heart, always one more try. I'm not afraid to die. Stand and fight, say what you feel, born with a heart of steel. Walter White. Breaking Bad was the best effing television show made in I don't even know how long. And Bryan Cranston is one of the most gifted actors of our time. You've never heard that song before? Google it. You'll find the original Man of War version, but there's this German girl. Her name is Dana Marie Ulbricht, who did this, and she's drop dead super, super cute girl. As far as I can tell, doesn't really speak English. I could tell she was reading the lyrics, you know, as she's playing. But she sits and plays a solo acoustic version of that song, and she inspired me. I told Mongo, okay, if that little German hottie can do it, I can do it. I'll figure it out for you. So I'm glad you guys liked it. I'm going to go back to my Simon and Garfunkel roots for a couple minutes. Let's start with something slow and easy. Paul Simon, gifted songwriter. Excuse me while I replenish the nicotine supply here. Oh yeah, my brain thanks me. And my only regret is that I don't have a singing partner. Somebody asked me the other day when I was doing Miracast 1, the Meerkatting. Yeah, isn't it though? No code. I mean, anyway, in Miracast 1, I was talking. Somebody asked me, "Well, are you in a band?" And I told them, "Yeah, I've been in bands, but bands tend to lead to stress, and I'm into music for spirituality, and because it's fun, and because I like chilling with my peeps." And just sitting around the park or sitting around the living room and drinking some wine and playing with friends and stuff is awesome. And being in a band and fighting over what songs to do and who's going to sing this and how you're going to play that and I don't need stress. I got plenty of stress in my job. I got plenty of stress in real life. Music is about de-stressing and sharing the love and sharing the karma. And so, not in a band. But I do wish I had more people that would just come over and sing with me. And the next time, if Sarah comes over Thursday, I think she's coming over tomorrow, I may put up a cast of a couple of our songs for you guys. Also, Amy's coming over tomorrow, and Amy can play violin like a goddess. Damn, that girl's good. She has no idea how good she is. All right. What was I going to play for you? Oh yeah, Simon and Garfunkel. Sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. And on a tour, one night stand, with my suitcase and guitar in hand. Every stop is neatly planned. A poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, my thoughts escaping home. My music's playing home. My love light's waiting silently for me. Well, every day's an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. Each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories. Every lonely face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. Wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping home. My music's playing home. My love light's waiting silently for me. And I don't play my songs again. Play the songs and I'll pretend. Ooh. All my words come back to shades of mediocrity, like emptiness in harmony. Need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, wish I was homeward bound. Home, my thoughts escaping home. My music's playing home. My love light's waiting silently for me. Silently for me. Silently for I'll bet she did. That's actually funny. I think I need to go let Sunny out. You guys want to go on a quick cat hunt while we take a quick break? And while I'm doing that, I'll rant for a second. I think I can even unplug my phone to do this. I will rant about why I thought of that song. Remember I was talking about not having somebody to sing with? And there's a line in that song about emptiness and harmony. And the whole song's about being lonely. Even on the road, even in the midst of a bunch of people. Would you like to go outside, sir? I get the strange feeling that you would be interested in an excursion. So that's what made me think of playing that particular song. 'Cause if I had her here to sing the harmonies, wouldn't that be fun? Would for me. Come here. Ready to go outside? Romp it, frolic, and play, and try not to kill anything, okay? Good boy. Good boy. Okay, cat hunt. Ready? Okay, I already spot our prey. Some of them. Okay, this one's not very elusive. This one's actually... Can you see him? This is, Oh, no you can't. There you go. That's Damien. Damien, say hi. Say hi, Punky. It occurs to me if I switch the camera around, there is a way to do that on this. Hello. Okay, so there's Damien. Kind of hard to see him. Let's get a little light on the top. There. All right, Damien is an old, bitter, grumpy man. He's about 15 or 16, and he doesn't much like the attention, and will likely, oh, he's going to rub on me, so he is not displeased. He is simply wondering what the hell I'm doing. Okay, good boy. He also makes a good drum. Okay, this is Kisses. Kisses is a cat that if you do this, she squeaks automatically, right? Right, good girl. She's weird that way. This is the most elusive kitty of all. That is Isabella. She's just a baby. You probably can't see her very well. I'm going to turn an overhead light on real quick. Not losing a lot of people, so apparently this is somewhat entertaining for some of you. All right, Isabella. Isabella showed up on our porch as a wayward kitten about 1.5 years ago, I believe. And I told Maggie she's going to be beautiful. Little did I know that she was a mutant. Aren't you, sweetie? She's polydactyl, so she's got a few extra toes, and she's got one really weird extra toe that's like clear up on her arm up here. And all it is the claw. There's no toe, just a sort of a claw that hangs off the side of her arm. She does not particularly love me all that much, but I forgive her because she's cute. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, there's one more, and that is Gabrielle. We've been through 4, right? Anybody counting? Oh, there's 2 more. My bad. Okay, first I'll introduce you to Gabrielle, and she will come over and say hi, because she's always very curious about what the hell I'm doing. She is Damien's sister. So Damien, who followed me in here, Damien for, you know, the demonic side, and Gabrielle for the angelic side. That was the nomenclature that I used with those two. It's, you know, all about keeping the karma balance, the yin-yang thing. And then this is Mojo. Mojo, when we went to have her fixed when she was a baby, actually died on the operating table. And she was down while they worked on her on and off for about 45 minutes. When they brought Mojo back to us, Mojo was a curled up fetal ball of fur who could not eat, could not drink water, could not go to the bathroom, could not walk, could not do anything. The people at the vet were very, very sweet and took good care of her, did not charge us for months of rehabilitation. And while her eyesight is somewhat limited, and she's the only cat you'll ever meet in your life who will actually trip on things, and she's a little clumsy, but she is the sweetest animal on the face of the planet. Gets along with everybody and everything. She's always happy, and we love her very much. Okay, something's pinging me. I don't know what those are. Something's pinging me. So guys, would you be okay if I just took a moment to grab a cold, refreshing beer? All right, we still got 31 in here, so I've lost exactly one person. I feel good that you all were willing to hang out with me while I did these menial tasks. Can I balance this? Yeah, meh. I'm just gonna set that there. Okay. There you go. Hopefully you got a bird's eye view of that. Reckon I'll find out later when I watch it. All right, we're gonna flip this baby back around. Now I know the transitions in Periscope kind of take us a few seconds. I'm guessing they might too. Yes, Mojo is cute. She's very sweet. She has white whiskers. She's the only one of our cats that has white whiskers. All right. And because this app is a battery-eating mofo, we are going to plug the phone back in. Did I lose you? Ah, Meerkat did not like that. It did not like that at all. Salavi. Ow. All right, we are back in. I have 26 new notifications. Damn! I guess I should have been refreshing this a little bit more often. Wow! I'm here now, Russell Jennings. I can see what you look like. So you're RJ St. Louis, right? RJSTL. And see, we've got a Mark. Scott liked that we were going on a field trip. And Scott was the one who was mentioning Carrie Fisher. You know, that lady's had an interesting life, Carrie Fisher. You know that she regularly goes to get electroshock therapy. Poor thing. And somebody sent me some virtual beers. Well, thank you for the virtual beers. That is very sweet. That was Cougar. There's the real one. Boulevard Wheat, if you're not familiar. Unfiltered wheat beer. I'm kind of addicted to it. I am if I'm at a restaurant, 3 to 4 beer person. If I'm at home, 1 to 2. I like catching that little bit of a buzz, that little bit of an edge. I've never been fond of getting drunk. Shall we go back to our conversation about marijuana? I'd much prefer to be doing that with you, my virtual friends. But since in Oklahoma, a third arrest for possession can land you in prison for life, I think I'll refer back to the statute of limitations clause as discussed previously in this broadcast. All right, enough ranting and raving. Let's see, what can I play for you? I'm going to play a Roy Orbison tune without knocking the beer over. I was all right for a while. I could smile for a while. Then I saw you last night. You held my hand so tight when you stopped to say hello. Ah, you wish me well. You couldn't tell that I've been crying over you, crying over you. Well, you said so long. You left me standing all alone, alone and crying,
crying, crying, crying. It's hard to understand how the touch of your hand can start me crying. I thought that I was over you, but it's true, oh so true. I love you even more than I did before. Darling, what can I do for you? Don't love me, and so I'll always be crying over you, crying over you. Oh yes, now you've gone. From this moment on, I will be crying, 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 crying. Oh, you.
I sometimes have a hard time getting through that one. We talked before about how songs can evoke memories, and some of them evoke people. That's one of those. I'm just going to keep playing for a while because I fear I bore you people by ranting, so I'd like to do a couple Beatles numbers because I know a couple Beatles numbers. See how that works? Oh, come on. And I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on the rug, drinking her wine, biding my time. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I said I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. Oh, I've done it worse than that. A lot of controversy about the lyrics of that song. Because it's about, you know, hooking up with a chick, going back to her apartment, getting stoned, getting hammered, hopefully getting laid, not getting laid. Then she leaves for work in the morning and he burns down the house. At least that's the interpretation I've heard. I'm not sure the lighting the fire part's actually about burning the house. Maybe he was putting on a nice fire and waiting for her to get home. Oh, well, that's sweet. Thank you, guys. You make me feel good. You're very sweet. Namaste and 1,000 blessings, my friends. Namaste. I recognize the spark of God that is in every human, even the ones I don't like. But you I like. Okay, Beatles tunes. I'm gonna be sad. I think it's the day. Yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. Whoa. I want to start that one over with your forbearance. The hell chord goes there? It's an E, not a G. Don't hate me. Okay, don't hate my ineptitude. How's that? I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today, yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. Well, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. She said that living with me is bringing her down, yeah. She could never be free when I was around. Oh, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. She ought to think twice. She ought to do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. She ought to think twice. She ought to do right by me. They said that living with me is bringing her down, yeah. She could never be free when I was around. Oh, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. Please stand by for a tuning adjustment. Oh, I suspected as much. Sneaky little E string. Everybody else seems to be playing nicely. Okay. Beatles. Beatles, 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 Beatles. Is there anybody who wants to listen to my story? All about the girl who came to stay. She's the kind of girl you want so bad it makes you sorry. Still I don't regret a single day. Oh girl, girl. When I think of all the times that I have tried to leave her, she would come to me and start to cry. And night promises the earth to me, and I believe her. After all this time, I don't know why. Oh girl,
a girl who puts you down when friends are there. You feel the fool when you say she's looking good. She acts as if it's understood. She's cool. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When she was young, that pain would lead to pleasure. And did she understand it when they said that a man must break his back to earn his day of leisure? Will she still believe it when he's dead? Oh, girl.
I love the melody of that song. John Lennon was a damned genius. Love that melody. I was actually trying to figure out another song today by them. I think I can play the chords, but I don't know all the lyrics.
My love to be near here each day of the year.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to pull up the damn lyrics. I'm going to cheat, people, because it's such a gorgeous song and I want to play it for you. So I am going to do this. Come here, keyboard. Lyrics. What's that song called? Here, there, everywhere. Right. I had the first part right.
Lead a better life. I need my love to be here, making each day of the year, changing my life with a wave of her hand. Nobody can deny that there's something here, there, running my hands through her hair. Both of us thinking how good it can be. Someone is speaking, but she doesn't know he's there. I want her everywhere, and if she's beside me, I know I need never care. But to love her is to need her everywhere. And that's where I lost it. I was looking at the words. Everywhere, knowing that love is to share. That's not right, is it? I want her. Isn't this fun watching a guitarist try to figure out how to play a song? I wasn't planning that, but what the hell? It's so live, right? It's reality. This is how it works.
So I'm going to go back to the part I know I have there. Running my hands through her hair. The chords are not here, it's just lyrics. I was thinking how good it can be. Someone is speaking, but she doesn't know he's there. I want her everywhere, and if she's beside me, missed it up. And if she's beside me, I know. Nope. She's beside me, I know I need never care. Backing up one more time, I swear to God, I'll quit. I won't do this to you anymore. But I want to learn this song. So are there any guitarists in the house? This is a tricky ass chord progression. So I'll just talk about that for a second. The walking up part is beautiful. G, A minor, B minor, C, goes up, then it goes down to F sharp and a B7, F sharp minor, B7, E minor, A minor, pretty. So by the time they got to Revolver, which this is from, they were, and for those of you who think that Sgt. Pepper's was the acid album, not true. No, no, no. Revolver was the acid album. Rubber Soul was the marijuana album. Look it up. Paul even admitted all this. Okay, so anyway, when they get through that part, they do that F sharp minor, which I kind of play in a cheater way I learned online. B7, E minor, A minor. He goes, I wander, and this is where it gets funky. Everywhere, B flat. Then a G minor, C sharp minor, D7. I want her everywhere, and if she's beside me, I know I need never care. Just to love her is to need her everywhere. And it goes right back in. Isn't that pretty? Okay, the phone fell down, which is its way of telling me, get on with it, mate. You're probably boring the living, you know what, out of these nice people. I'm going to move the phone to here. Let's see if I can wedge it a little better. How's that? Does that seem like a stable platform for you guys to watch? All right. That's enough of that. I'm going to 86 that song from my repertoire until I can come back and play it for you correctly. I would like to play the song that I named my guitar after. You don't really get to see my guitar very much, do you? This is Mariah. She is not named after Mariah Carey. And I'm in trouble if anybody wants to hear Mariah Carey songs, because I'm not sure I could name one. Sorry. I'm not a pop music kind of person. I'm, as you probably have gathered, more of a ballads and rock and soft rock kind of person. I do not love that camera angle, man. Can I just tilt down a little? There's this saying in the TV news. I used to produce TV news, and it's too much headroom. It's better. It should be right there. It should be right there. That's nicely feigned. Song's called Mariah. Mariah and I are both from Bozeman, Montana. And this song is about the West and the mountains. And it reminds me of home. So when I found out that Mariah was born in Bozeman, sometime in February, I decided to name her after the song. out west they've got a name for rain and wind and fire. The rain is Tess and the fire's Joe, and they call the wind Raya. Raya blows the stars around, sends the clouds to flying. Mariah makes the mountains sound like folks was out there dying. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. I knew Mariah's name, or heard her wailing, whining. I had a girl, she had me, and the sun was always shining. And then one day I left that girl, I left her far behind me, and now I'm lost, so goddamn lost. Not even God can find me. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Way out west they've got a name for rain and fire only. When you're lost and all alone, well, there ain't no word but lonely. And I am a lost and a lonely man, without a star to guide me. Mariah, blow my love to me. I need my gal beside me. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. My love to me. By Jove, I made it through that and without mocking it up. Love that song. As discussed in my previous Meercast 1, the Meercatting. This is Meercast 2, the Meercasting. That song is from a great movie. It's called Paint Your Wagon. Got a dream, boys, got a song. Paint your wagon and come along. Where are we going? I don't know. When will we get there? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. Lerner and Lowe. It's a musical about a mining town where they strike gold. Town grows up overnight. They bring in some French hookers. They try to stage a fight between a bull and a bear. Everything gets destroyed and everybody leaves. There's the whole movie in like 30 seconds. I kind of ruined it for you a little bit. Well, I didn't, because I didn't ruin the love story for you. Fantastic love triangle between Lee Marvin and Clint Eastwood and this really cute Norwegian blonde chick. And did I mention it's a musical? And if you've never heard Lee Marvin sing, it's a treat. And I'm not kidding. The man has a bass that's unbelievable. He sings this song called Wandering Star. I was born under a wandering star. I can't. I'm not even going to try. Go rent the movie. Go. It's probably on Netflix. Clint Eastwood, you may not know this, started as a singer at a piano bar. That's where he launched his career. There's a reason he's not still a singer. Ooh, you know what, Cougar? I'm going to break the no looking at lyrics rule because that is such a great song. Do you know what that song is called? The theme from MASH? I'm pausing because, as you folks well know, it takes forever after I ask a question for somebody's reply to actually show up on my screen. The theme song from MASH is called "Suicide is Painless," and I want to say, God, what was that guy's name? That there was a. Hopefully it'll say when I look it up. Suicide is painless. His name is right on the tip of my brain. I can't think of it. It was a weird name like Maynard, but that's Tool. Nope, Johnny Mandel wrote the song, but that's not who I remember performing it. Okay. So, da 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 da. Okay, I think I can think my way through some of this. We may not go like the whole 8 lyric. I don't know how many verses there are. Well, let's see. It's only like 4 verses. Through early morning fog I see visions of things to be, pains that are withheld for me. I realize and I can see that suicide is painless. It brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. Hey, I figured that part out. The sword of time will pierce our skin. It doesn't hurt when it begins, but as it works its way on in, the flame grows stronger, watch it grin. But suicide is painless, it brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. And you can do the same thing if you please. Good enough? I would do more of it, but I would really like to learn the whole damn song and do it correctly. It kind of irks me to be looking at that while I'm singing to you. Does that make sense? Even though all I can really see is a bunch of little teeny icon-y thingies, it makes me feel like I'm singing to people, which I am. I know you're out there because you type things. So that was a good call, Scott Graham. Okay, Mommy Joanne, you said my favorite, but that was like 16 minutes ago. I don't know what we were talking about, but I'm glad you liked it. I hope you liked it. Is that right? Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that. It says here that oh no, the tab is by Johnny Mandel. Okay. We're going to have to Google this now. Loudon Wainwright III, that was the name. It just freaking popped into my brain. That's the guy that played it, I think, in the movie. Who wrote Suicide is painless. Has anybody here read the book, MASH? It is a great book. None of the other ones he did were worth a damn. Johnny Mandel music, Mike Altman lyrics, score for, who was it that said that? That was Cougar. Cougar, you win way too many cookies in this competition. Someday I'm going to have to send you. Oh, it was Here, There, Everywhere? Sweetheart, I'm going to finish figuring out that song and I'm going to come play it for you, I swear. I swear. And I'll play it correctly, okay? Because you deserve that. Anyway, the movie MASH is cute. The TV series is, now when I watch it, it seems so dated. But I loved it when I was a kid. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Yes, Hawkeye was married. And the guy that wrote the book actually wrote several. He wrote, I don't know, 3 or 4 after that. When MASH goes to Maine, MASH goes to this and that, and they were not good. But that first one was awesome. So a nice little factoid about Mike Altman. He was 14 years old when he wrote the lyrics about suicide being painless. You know, I saw a quote on Facebook today talking about suicide. And I've had friends who've attempted suicide, so I can tell you that I'm not a fan. Unless you are in searing, horrendous pain or no longer able to have any quality of life, in which case I absolutely think people should have the right to check out and move on. No problem. But the quote, and I'm going to mangle it a little bit, but basically what they said was suicide, it does not prevent things from getting worse. What it does is it makes it impossible for anything to get better. You know, let that sink in for a second. There was a beautiful young woman that I knew when I was in high school. Named Sue. I don't want to go into too much detail, but she attempted suicide, and I never understood it. My God, she had everything going for her. I know that for some people, sometimes there is, trust me, folks, I have long and bitter experience with mental illness. I know that it exists. I have dealt with it very closely, not just friends, but family members. I totally get it. It's out there. Some people kill themselves because they are not well. Understandable. Sad, horrible, understandable. But so I guess I'm adding caveats as I talk about this dark topic, and I'm not sure. Oh, we got on it because I played the song from MASH. Suicide is painless. I'm not so sure that suicide is painless. I think it's extremely painful. It sure as hell is painful on other people. Everybody in your life who gave a damn about you. The only people that it doesn't affect are the people who didn't care. So, golly, what is the point of punishing the only people who gave a crap? I'm sorry. I'll end of rant. Find something else. There must be something more fun to talk about. You know what? I'm going to play a song that's... Okay, I'm going to play 2 really old songs. If I can keep the second one in my head long enough. I'm going to play you one called The Water's Wide. It's about needing a second person in the boat. The water is wide and I cannot cross over, and nor have I
wings to fly. Build me a raft that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I. There was a ship, she sailed the sea, through waters deep as deep can be, but not so deep as the love I'm in. But right now I don't know how to sink or swim. Love is gentle, and love is kind. The freshest flower, when first it's new, but love grows old and waxes and fades away like the morning dew. The water's wide and I cannot cross o'er, nor have I the wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I, and both shall row, my love and rather ham-fisted attempt at that, but I love that song. It's very pretty. Okay, now this one is not, that one I think is 16th or 17th century. It's what they call a traditional. This one's a traditional also, but a much different tradition, shall we say. As I was walking over Smoke and Carry Mountain, I saw Captain Farrell and his money he was accounting. First produced my pistol, then produced my rapier. I said, stand and deliver, or the devil, he may take ya. My shall rain, I'm a too low to die. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's a whiskey in the jar. pretty penny. Took all of his money and I brought it home to Molly. She swore that she loved me and never would she leave me. But the devil take that woman, for you know she tricked me easy. My charade, my doodle, my die. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Being drunk and weary, went to Molly's chamber. I took Molly with me, but I never knew the danger. For about 6 or maybe 7, in walked Captain Farrell. So I jumped up to my pistols and I shot him with both barrels. I shot a rain, I went to the die. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Some men like fishing, some men like the fowling, some men like to hear the sound of the cannons roaring. Me, I like sleeping, especially in my Molly's chamber. But here I'm in prison, here I am, ball and chain. Yeah, my charade, I'm a doodle to die. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. There's whiskey in the jar. Pass it over. There's beer in the bottle. Not as cool a song. Oh God, 99. Never mind. That is an old, I believe, let's see, Cork and Kerry. So that would be Ireland. That would be an old Irish drinking song, I reckon, which was covered by a group called Thin Lizzy. The boys are back in town, the boys are back in town. That Thin Lizzy. Which their version was then covered by Metallica on an album that they did called Garage or something like that. It was, they played covers, a bunch of different covers of different bands that they liked, and they liked that song, so they covered it, as only Metallica could do. Okay, I'm gonna mellow it out just a hair. Do I dare try to finger pick this song? Let's see. My main issue with this one, oh good, which though the Whiskey in the Jar, you like that one? Cool. I'm going to try to finger pick this. I think. You know what I'll do? I'll finger pick a couple verses and then I'm going to pick up the pick and finish it because it gets louder towards the end. And I just don't think I can get the emphasis I want with just me little naked thumb. And I can't do thumb picks. They freak me the hell out. So, but the song kind of starts quietly. I am just a poor boy, though my
my story seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest till a man hears what he wants to hear, disregards the rest. La la la, la la la. Well, I left my home and my family when I was no more than a boy, in the company of strangers, quiet of the railway station, running scared, laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. La 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 la. Seeking only workman's wages, I went looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the whores on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La 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 la. Thank you. La 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 la. La 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 la. Laying out my winter clothes and wishing I was gone, gone, gone. New York City winters aren't leading me, going home. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cuts him till he cried out in his anger and his pain. I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. La 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 la, la 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 la. This is what's great about when you're not with a band and you screw up something, you're not happy with it, just do it over. Who's gonna stop me? In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries... What in the hell's going wrong with my brain? In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his pain. I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. La 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 la, la 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 la. La la la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Sorry, Paul. Sorry, Art. Feel bad. Okay, I'm over it. How's everybody doing out there? Good? How many peoples do we have? We have... Woo, 55 people. Whoa! Take that. I got so excited I knocked you the hell over. Good thing, though, that woke up my computer. So now I'm evenly lit, with the color balance slightly blue on this side of the frame, and more in the red zone on this side of the frame. Okay, so I'm in a Garfunkel mood. Gonna move the beer. Gonna take a hit of nicotine. By the way, 35 years of smoking. Picked one of these things up about 3 years ago. January of 12? Yeah, I think it was. So 3.5 years ago. A few days later, I was down at the courthouse, going through security. I was down there covering a story. I'm emptying my pockets. I find a half a pack of cigarettes. Hadn't had a cigarette. Thought, okay, done with cigarettes. Threw them away. Have not had a hit on a cigarette since the day I bought one of these babies. I know not everybody can do that. Somebody last night was saying that, wasn't last night, it was the night before, when I did Miracast 1, the casting. They said that they burned their lungs. It like gave them a lung infection. I was like, I don't think you're doing it right. Don't hit that thing like a doobie. Hit that thing like a cigarette. Puff it, you know, like draw it in your mouth and then do that. Because if you smoke a cigarette like, you're going to die. The first one you smoke is going to make you sick, I guarantee. Okay, what was I going to do? Oh. Mrs. Robinson, heaven holds a place for those afraid. Hey, hey, hey. With Mrs. Robinson, Jesus loves you more than you know. Whoa, whoa. Oops, sorry, wife's home. Hello, dear.
Hi.
I'm on Meerkat.
Okay, well, why was the light on in the kitchen?
Just let Sonny out a few minutes ago.
Okay, and the lights are on down here.
Yes.
Why? Was there anything on?
Because we needed light. We were hunting kitties.
Who was hunting kitties?
Me and the people in Meerkat.
Well, they don't pay the light bill.
She said, you don't pay the light bill. Well, but I do.
And I do, too.
Okay, fair enough. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. Help you learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Oh, oh, oh. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, 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 hey. I will say hi to you guys, because I know several of you are saying that. Put it in a hiding place where no one ever goes. In a from the kids and June, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, 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 hey. Really? Sitting on the sofa on a Sunday afternoon. Two candidates debate. Laugh about it, shout about it when you've got to choose. Anywhere you look at it, you lose. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? The nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Mrs. Robinson, Joe has left and gone away. Hey, 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 hey. Speaking honestly, I'm not sure beer enhances my performances. Also, wives coming home and yelling at you is very distracting. Hey, Fluffy.
What?
The people say hi to you.
Oh, hi.
Could you hear the enthusiasm?
Come on, kisses.
She said hi.
Kisses. Come on, kisses.
Are you feeding the babies?
Yes.
Okay. Folks, I got a couple more songs in me and I'm going to call it. It was a very long day and a very long week. I want to do a newscast about a local newsman who rocks the house for the internets. Oh, you want to do a newscast about that? You think that's newsworthy, do you? You want to interview me? I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. My phone number is real easy to find. Let's just put it this way. Because of my career, I have to carry my phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And, oh, you know what? Dog and butterfly. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a promise. I will find that song. I will look up that song. I will see if I can even dare attempt it. Because in my head, what I'm hearing in my head sounds like something that would be really complicated. But I will look it up. Promise. What kind of beverage? It is Boulevard Wheat, unfiltered. I like wheat beers. I find them mellow. Now, mind you, this is the only beer I've had, so this is not an excuse for my slipshod performance on guitar. All right, let me noodle for a second while I try to come up with something else to play. I just want to play a little blues kind of. Actually, let's do it in E. Let's see. This one just because I can sing it. I don't play it that well. American Pie, I find to be very, 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 very long song. Horse with No Name, that's easy to play. I could play that. I don't know the lyrics, but I could play it. I think there's 2 chords in that song. But American Pie, it's just, there's so many verses. It just gets tedious after a while. All right, let me just play a little blues riff for a few minutes. All right, that's the basic.
ice cream man, baby, stop me when you're passing by. I'm your ice cream man, baby, stop me when you're passing by. You said all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. I got one bottle of Dixie cups, all flavors and push-ups too. I'm your ice cream man, baby, stop me when you're passing by. And all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Well, I'm usually passing by just about 11 o'clock. Said I'm usually passing by, baby, just about 11 o'clock. If you let me cool you one time, you'll be my regular star. Well, I'm the ice cream man, baby, stop me when you're passing by. Said I'm the ice cream man, baby, stop me when you're passing by. I said all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. You wonder what I got? Well, I'll tell ya. Dixie cups, all flavors and push-ups too. I'm your ice cream man, baby, stop me when you're passing by. Yeah, I said all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Does everyone know this music? My music knowledge is usually basically stuck in the 80s. Well, that is a song from the mid-70s. That is on the second, I believe, Van Halen album. Although Eddie Van Halen wasn't here to kick it up a notch for us. Thank you, Russ. What else would be fun? Actually, this one seemed to go over well the other day, so I'll try it. Yeah, right. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell the green field, cold steel rail, smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage?
That's funny. Oh, you guys are funny. I did tell Matt I would try to. I'll tell you what, Matt. Let me because I think I'm going to play one more and call it for now. But I'll get on Periscope here in a little bit. Adults for ye. Oh, there's more people here now. There's been all night. Go figure. Just when my fingers are starting to bleed. Okay, they're not bleeding, but they are getting. Can you see the calluses, my friends? Those are hard won, I promise you. But my wife just got home from rehearsing her play, and I do need to go talk to her and find out what I'm in trouble for today. Hey, Fluffy, what am I in trouble for today? Silence. That could be good or bad. Guess I'll find out in a minute. I'm going to play one more song for you, and I kind of like to finish with this one just because I love the song so much. But I promise I'll come back. I'll be back on this again. And since Matt is persistent, I know one Neil Young song. Heart of Gold. There's a couple I wouldn't mind learning, though. Needle and the Damage Done might be good. Except I don't have a very good falsetto. Anyway, let me do this one for you guys. I'm going to bail on you. But I love you. I really do. Okay, so I usually start this just by noodling around a minute. Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. The beauty I've always missed, these eyes before. Just what the truth is, can't say anymore. I love you. Yes, I love you. Well, I love you. Gazing at just what I'm going through, you can't understand. That's right, Justin Hayward. Some try to tell me thoughts they cannot defend. Just what you want to be, you'll be in the end. Yes, I love you. How I love you. Oh, how I love you.
letters I've written, never meaning to send. The beauty I've always missed with these eyes and for just what the truth is, I can't say anymore, but I love you. Yes, I love you. How I love you. Yes, I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, how I love you. Oh, how I love you.
I particularly love the way that the computer timed out just as I was finishing the song. That was fun. For those of you just joining, I apologize deeply and profusely, but gosh, you should have been here earlier. But I totally believe in karma and believe that if you were meant to be here, you would have been. So fear not, you didn't miss much. And for those of you who came in and stayed, thank you so much. I can't believe that you stuck it out with me, and I will be back soon. And I told Matt I would Periscope. So Matt, sometime in the next hour or so, I'm going to put up a Periscope. And we'll see what happens, because I'm going to tell you right now, Meerkat, in my mind, kicks Periscope's butt. Just saying. And I will give your best to Fluffy. What time do I get started? Well, here's a funny story. My schedule completely and drastically changes tomorrow, beginning at... I have been working 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. for the last several years. I will be now working from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So these broadcasts will be later in the day than they have been. I would guess... Right now it's like 9:45 Central. I would guess 7:30 or 8 maybe tomorrow. But don't be sad. You can see the one I did the other day. It's on YouTube. If you go to my Twitter feed, you'll find it. And a lot of what happened today was kind of a rehash of that. In any case, I'm trying to learn more songs for you guys, and I will do a better job of trying to take requests. I'll figure out a way to set things up to where I can see chords and lyrics, and that way, as long as I know the tune of the song, I can figure out how to play the song if I have the tabs sitting in front of me. Can't read music, but by God, I can read guitar tabs. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please follow me if you want to see me again, because then you'll know when I come on, because your phone will beep at you. And I don't know what that little thingy is up there that's on Meerkat that says points, but last time I got some points, so I'm gonna assume points are good. I just don't know how to. You give me points, but if you know, do that. Love you, miss you already. Bye. Peace. Namaste and 1,000 blessings.